Oh yeah. Yo, what is going on today, YouTube? Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Today's video is going to be all about Season 11, and I'm going to be kind of just talking about what I would want for Season 11, how I would want the game to look. Because right now, the game is great, but I think there's always things to change to either improve it or to just give you like a different look at something. I've got 10 ideas of stuff that I want to see in Season 11. Are we talking about it? Let's start with number 1, totems and recipes to stay. I think this is one of the best changes Smite has had in a long time. It adds depth to the early game, and it adds depth to the mid game, and it adds depth to the late game. I think they could be balanced, a little bit rebalanced, and specifically totems. I think there's too much cooldown in the game, so blue buff is weird, I think. Typhons with that Vamp Shroud build and Crimson totem is weird. So there is some things I would want to shift, but for the most part, totems, recipes, banger. Number 2, Beacon stays, but the Titans don't leave base. I liked what the Titans were supposed to do, but I hated that it was the Titans doing it. Like, if it was anything, if they spawned Clash monsters or Slash monsters to push down the lanes, that makes it a little better. It makes it so you can actually like still end, something you can still play around. Even something like that, I think, makes you feel better. I don't like the Titans leaving the base. Number 3, Gold Fury doesn't respawn after the first one. So the first Fury is a Gold Fury, and then they add another Fury. And my idea was kind of like Primal, but it's 7% increased damage to Phoenixes and 7% decreased damage taken from Phoenixes. And if that sounds too OP, like 21% increased damage to Phoenixes in the later portions of the game is a little insane. You can make it only apply when minions destroy the backdoor protection. Just so you don't have to worry about somebody not split pushing. What's the word? Backdooring. Number 4, make Oni Fury not automatic. Make there be like a trip in the base or like a little circle in the base that you have to like walk into that holds like charges of Oni waves. And it holds it for like 3 minutes or something like that. So you can just walk over it and send it when you want. Oni Fury is sick. The idea of it, what it does is insane. I just hate that you can't really play around it. Like you kill the Oni Fury. Oh, now you got a back. Oh, Oni waves already out of base. Oh, now your opening is gone. So make it so you can control when you want Oni Fury coming out of base. Because say you kill Oni and there's nothing up for like 30 seconds, maybe a minute, maybe Pyro spawning in about a minute. Then you reset. Everyone else kind of goes back to farming. And then the support resets into 30 seconds again. After the last wave moves, or after like the 10-minute wave moves, he hits it. So the minions spawn at 10:30. Pyro's up at 10 or whatever. Even though that's not really possible. But something like that to make it so you can actually control the Oni wave so you can play around it. That's what I would like. A lot of you will probably like this one. Bring back hybrid items. It was a good test to see how it felt. I think it was not great. I think hybrid items are needed in the game. I think solo laners need them. I think warriors need them. Like I think solo laners this year have been fine. But I think the best like season of solo lane was like season 8. I think that was very interesting to watch. So add back hybrid items. Number 6, a little bit more of a meme one, but I like the item. Make mystical mail great again. I love that item. I love that it helps bad clearing gods clear. Anything you could make it scale off of like health or something like that, just to make it so it's not just bought by solo laners who just want to walk at you. And I don't know. I just think it's an interesting item to allow bad clearing solo laners to clear. And yeah, I think it needs to be great again. All right, it's time to be said. Kill mage solos. Don't let them come back for Season 11. I think they were interesting to watch for a little bit, but I think they are overall a negative because of how the community perceives them. So I'm down. Kill them, and kill them again. Number 8, add some depth to the item store. The item store is always kind of outside of starter items. Keep that in mind. Starter items, good. I think the depth to the item store is lacking. I think it is very easy to kind of just build certain things, and it's kind of like every god kind of builds this instead of this god will build this god will build this. I think the only role that really changes like that is mid lane, where it's the conduit versus the pendulum users. I think that is interesting. I think maybe adding a little bit of strength or actually I'd prefer taking a little strength off of pendulum as opposed to buffing conduit, because it kind of ties in with my next point. So I'll say my next point, number 9, make mana a worry early game. Sands just makes it so you never have to reset. You only have to reset for health problems. It's not the same in like any other role except maybe like Destol solo laners, Destol ADCs sometimes, but even like Bluestone, you run out of mana. Supports usually are running out of mana. Junglers, maybe lower MP5 on I a little bit just to make it a little bit more a worry. But it's just, once you're like first item deep, everybody's not worried about mana anymore. And you're like, this guy's out of mana. I can go in on him. And then he's got just enough for another ability, it's always the worst. Yeah, adding depth to the item store, making it so there's like different build paths for the god depending who you're playing. Obviously, it's not going to be very possible to completely balance it, but just making it so there is depth to the store so that gods can build a certain path if they want to. And my final point, keep junglers in the jungle more early than they are ganking. I think this has more to do with the other roles than it actually has to do with jungle. I think other roles should not be able to do jungle camps in the early game. I think you should need at least one full item or a starter to be able to kill jungle camps, or they just return a lot of damage to you, and if you do it, you'll walk out half health or something. The junglers don't even jungle early game. Like, they kind of do. Yeah, they do speed. Yeah, they then do red, and then they go mid, and then they go to a mid camp and then gank, and then they gank, and then they gank, and then they gank, and then they gank. I think it'd be a lot more interesting if junglers were forced to jungle because nobody else could kill jungle camps, or if they, like I said, or if they can, they struggle with it. I think that's a lot more interesting. You could also make it where only whoever kills the jungle camp gets XP for that camp to make it so junglers want to get them. Because if it is, you know, just one person gets the XP from it, it's going to have to be the junglers because that's where they're going to get their farm. So I just think that opens up a little bit of depth to it. I'm always down for making the game more top level because I'm a competitive player, but I think there's still certain things that you can do. Like, I think Conquest should be the competitive game mode, and I think it should be put into this, like, this should be competitive player's dream, and then the other game modes can be the more casual style, more fun stuff, easier stuff. Like, I think that makes a lot more sense to me. And then number 11, just because I forgot about this one until now, comeback mechanics need to be the freaking neutered. Like, the chests should not exist. The gold reward for shutdown kills should be lowered a little bit. There's a bunch of different things. Invader's Curse, gone. So many things that I would remove, but that's going to be number 11. And that's going to round out the 10 with number 11. That's the video. What do you guys want to see in season 11? What do you guys not want to see return, or you do want to see return? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you guys again next time. Peace.